Meet Alex, a young dude, hungry, ready to kill it, from Serbia, where the minimum wage is less than $500. I decided to interview him to show you guys how after a month of working together, he got to over $5,700 in commission in his first ever month working with me. So what's the goal? 2K revenue this month?
Yeah, of course.
This is his story. I don't want you to fake anything. So I'm just going to ask you a bunch of questions. You can just reply to the questions in the most honest way possible, because at the end of the day, you've gotten great results. So there's no reason for you to lie about anything. Just be truthful. So can you start by just presenting yourself? Who are you? Where are you from?
Alexander, my full name. I'm from Serbia, 21. Started setting less than 6 months ago. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Earning some good money. Doing setting. Thanks to you.
Nice, bro. Nice. I'm very excited, as you can see through my smile, because honestly, for me, I think it's just super exciting to see someone from a country like Serbia, which I love Eastern Europeans because you guys are like the hardest working people I know, but I know how hard it is, right? Like, what's the minimum wage in Serbia?
Minimum is like 500 euros. That's like 600 USD.
Yeah, which is like you make that in half a day right now, It's insane. So it's just super cool to see, bro. And do you mind if we dive a little bit into what you were doing before setting? Because now that I'm thinking about it, we never even talked about this too much. What were you doing before setting?
Yeah, of course. When I was 16, still in high school, I worked in a nightclub. I was a bartender.
Shit,
I didn't tell you that. Yeah. And then when I finished high school, I moved to Sweden.
Wow, okay.
I worked like everything possible there from... I also worked in a bar there. I worked on construction. I did some like maintenance systems, some tech systems. That's
okay.
And I decided to move back because I didn't feel like it was for me. I knew that I can find something that suits me better. So
yeah,
and I was always exploring those online opportunities and found setting.
Was that right after high school that you decided to move to Sweden, and you didn't even try college or uni, nothing?
Nah, right away.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay. And then how many years did it take you to even come across setting for the first time? Because I know that I wasn't the first person who made you look into setting. You were already trying to do it, right?
Yeah, I bought some course from a Serbian guy.
Okay.
And it wasn't explained that well, but I found some connections. I started working, gaining some experience. Actually, my first offer I worked on was 2 years ago, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was only for 2 or 3 months. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is you can't earn money from this. Why are people lying about it? And I gave up from setting and then started working some physical work again.
Oh, so you went into setting and then you went back to working labor jobs. Okay.
I worked on some fitness offer, women fitness niche, something like that. But I gave up really fast.
Do you mind if I ask what other, because I know you're saying you're trying to figure out ways to make money online and stuff like that. Do you mind if I ask what other avenues did you try? Like business models, I imagine maybe drop shipping, trading, some shit like that?
Yeah, drop shipping was the first one, econ in general. Then I tried SMMA. Okay. Iman Gaji was there. So,
bro, I just know for a fact that everyone watching this interview right now has tried SMMA and has looked at Iman Gaji and was like, I know this is the right thing for me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I actually learned the skill of running ads, but I only did it for a couple of my friends, tried to gain some real experience, but never continued.
Yeah. What would you tell someone who's, in a similar position, maybe from Eastern Europe or a country, even the country where I'm from, bro, in Portugal, minimum wage is $700, no one makes money.
Yeah.
What would you tell someone who's trying to also make money online, but is thinking that probably starting a business and maybe doing drop shipping or SMMA is a better solution than setting? What made the difference for you between those two things?
Yeah, just change. Don't get comfortable and trust in yourself. I mean, I'm not a native English speaker, but you'll learn it.
Yeah.
You'll learn it, you'll adapt, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't wait to get tons of experience to start working. Just
Yeah.
start working, and you'll learn as you go.
Yeah, 100%. What were some of the biggest struggles that you went through during that journey? Because from what I'm hearing, it was basically a 2.5 year period between leaving high school and actually now making really good fucking money online, right? So that was long.
It's a bit more. As I said, I worked in Sweden. I thought like there is no chance to earn good money in Serbia, so I moved right away.
Yeah.
Didn't find my luck there, so came back here and tried explored other online options and found setting.
Why do you think those didn't work for you? Like SMMA and everything? Because the information was out there.
Yeah, but it's pretty hard to focus onto something and find the right information and make a clear path when you have lots of information online.
Yeah.
So you just need a clear path and follow that path and you'll eventually succeed.
So is that one of the pieces of advice you'd give people watching this, is instead of looking at a million different things, just choose one and genuinely just focus on that and kind of like eliminate all the conflicting information that you're going to be getting from all sides?
Yeah, definitely.
Love that. Love that. And I'm kind of curious as well in terms of, like, obviously you were already setting. And I know some people who are watching this are probably setters already, but they're not making good money. So I'm curious, what made you want to work with me after realizing that setting maybe wasn't working for you? Because obviously you weren't making money at the time. What made you think I should give it one more shot? You know?
Yeah, because I saw the opportunities online, and when you see other people making more money, you just want to make more. So yeah, I saw people in your community making a huge amount of money, as I am now.
Did you
I mean,
believe
this
it?
is
Did you believe it though, that it was real, or did you feel like, I'm not sure, you know? Because I remember even at the
nah.
beginning, you were a little bit skeptical. You're like, yeah, I don't know if I'm really gonna get the role and everything, right?
Yeah, I was a bit more skeptical because I know there is a lot of scams. I knew that it was possible, but I didn't even doubt that. But I was like a bit skeptical in you because I followed you for like 2 weeks, but I
Yeah.
gave it a shot. Took a leap of faith and
Yeah, and it paid
did
off.
it.
And it paid off.
Yeah.
Because I remember, now that I'm thinking, we can go into this later. Let me just ask, do you mind if we go into some numbers? Because just so people can see how big of a difference it is. How much were you earning before January, or like before we started working together?
Yeah.
On a monthly basis, like on average?
Yeah, I'll say my best month was like 1,500 euros. That's 1,700 USD.
Yeah.
And that was November, Black Friday, and all that. So that's the greatest online
Yeah.
business month.
Yeah. And you made $1,700 basically.
Yeah, I made 1,700. Other months were nowhere close to that.
Okay.
It was like five to 700 USD.
Okay. And last month, so today we're filming this. Let me just double check. It's the 4th of Feb. So last month in Jan, how much did you make in USD? Do you mind saying that number?
5,700.
So 5,700 USD. So it's an upgrade of $4,000 compared to your best
Yeah.
ever month before that, right?
Yeah.
Insane. And I think one of the biggest things, man, is like a lot of people think that appointment setting and things online can be kind of like a fad, a wave. But I personally know that that's not the case when you are on the right offer. And I know also now it's the 4th of Feb. How much are you on already this month?
I think I'm close to 2,000 already.
So close to 2K. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. 2K in 4 fucking days of work. That is insane, bro. Do you know how long it took me to make my first 2K in a month online?
I don't know.
Bro, like 14 months. 14 months it took me to make my first fucking 2K month online. That's insane, bro. How much do you think you'll make this month if you were to kind of like predict it?
I don't know, maybe 6, 7.
6, 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say like I'll aim for 7.
And what would you say is, like, what are you going to do with your money right now? because I know a lot of people, and for me at the beginning it was a bit weird. When I started making money, it was like, wow, shit, now I have all this money. What am I going to do with it? So how is your life going to be different now compared to what it was like 2, 3 months ago? I know you told me a few things, but if you can say those again,
Yeah, I'm traveling. I already have a couple of destinations in my mind.
okay.
I actually have a flight tomorrow. I'm going to
Sick, sick. Where are you going?
I'm going to Portugal.
Oh,
To
sick.
Yeah, to Madeira.
Nice. All right, you told me with your girlfriend.
Yeah, but I'm not going with her. I'm going solo.
What
Broke
happened?
up. Yeah.
I won't put this in the interview. Sorry. Are you okay though?
Yeah, of course.
So you're
I
going solo
mean,
to Madeira.
yeah. I mean,
Insane.
I'll meet my uncle there, and
Okay.
I had a roommate is in Sweden. He's from Madeira, so he'll be there too. And it's I think Rio Carnival starts like on 11th. That's the reason I'm going there.
Interesting.
11th of February. Yeah.
Nice. So you're going to Brazil after
No. It's a Rio Carnival in Madeira.
in Madeira. Okay, interesting. Very cool, bro. Very cool. What are some of the other destinations that you're gonna go to?
I'll keep that a secret.
Okay. Fair enough. I like a good secret. No, I know you also sent me a picture the other day of you buying like 200 euro shoes, 2 pairs in a
Yeah,
day, and that wasn't
yeah.
even like you made more than that day. So it was just like
Yeah, but
easy pickings.
that was before getting any money from this offer. But yeah,
Yeah. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. How did I help you get there? What did I do to actually get you there? Because truth is, you're a quite particular case. I didn't really need to teach you the skill because you
yeah.
already have it. What did I do for you though that helped you get to the point you're at now?
Just the connections you have. You connected me to right people and helped me a lot.
Yeah. How fast was that though? Because I remember it was maybe like three
two
days after
days.
you joined. Yeah, 2 days.
two days.
Bro, and it was, I think the biggest thing that most people don't realize in this space, and you might have seen this before, is when you're interviewing for offers through the normal way, which is like sending Loom videos, job boards, and everything, you're competing against hundreds of setters. You for that role, bro, I
Yeah,
connected you to the guy, and I remember he told me I was living in a house with him. He said, like, yeah, bro, I have basically 3 candidates. So it's like you were competing in a way smaller pool of people. And because I already
yeah,
knew the guy, I knew exactly what he wanted. So I was like, bro, do this way, say this, have attention to detail, because I know that was important for him. And then it was like, boom, easy.
and I even made mistake there. I didn't listen to you,
Yeah,
and he
you
gave
did.
up for me. And you told me, oh, reach out to him and fix that.
Yeah.
And I did it, and I got the role.
Yeah, it was crazy, but it was very quick. One thing I want to make clear for anyone watching this, it's like, yes, I connected you, yes, I helped you, and I gave you the way you needed to speak to the guy and everything that you needed to do. But truly, the only real reason you made that money is because you're working your ass off and you're doing a really
Yeah,
good job for the offer, right? It's not easy.
yeah.
People think they're gonna get placed, and then it's like, oh, I got placed, I'm good, I'm comfortable. No, you get placed. That's when the hard shit starts,
Yeah, yeah,
like that's when it really gets tough. I think that's
yeah,
that's what people don't realize. And the coolest thing for me as well is seeing that not only you're making a lot of money, but you're also, for me, first as someone who has a good network and who knows all these business owners, it's like you're preserving and even making me look better in front of all these people. Like my reputation is like top notch because everyone is like, wow, this guy Alex is a fucking killer. Send us more
yeah,
setters, do this, do that. So that's been really, really good from you, like the amount of hard work that you actually put in and how dedicated you've been to the role. So yeah, that's really fucking cool, bro.
yeah. First week on the offer, I was completely lost.
Yeah.
New systems, new everything. I was learning the material, and I was like doing 100 things at once, setting up the tech and all that. So I had a headache for a week, but
Yeah.
once that,
But it was worth it, eh?
yeah, and no like sales in the first week, and I started doubting myself, but I just kept going, and
And
boom,
then, bro,
next,
the cool thing with setting is like once the momentum starts to build,
Yeah.
it's like a fucking snowball, you know? Like, I remember at the end
Yeah.
of the month, you're like, yeah, bro, I did 5,700, but now 4 days later, you're already at 2K. Like, if we
Yeah.
were, you could literally be on track for like 8 to 10K potentially, you know, depending on how the month goes for the offer, I guess. But now you have the momentum, it's just so much easier to keep it going than at the beginning. But at the beginning, you do need that little kind of like push, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's huge. And I was going to ask you, what would you say as well? Because there's two cases of people. Because I think you're first of all, you're not native in English, right? It's not your
No.
first language. And then two, you seem to me like a pretty introverted guy in your life. Is that accurate?
Yeah. A bit.
Yeah. So, what would you say to someone? Because those are the two cases of people I hear the most who tell me, I'm not sure I want to get into setting because you're telling me it's sales, it's communication, but I'm introverted and my English isn't the best. But that's your case as well, and you're making fucking 6 grand a month. So, what would you tell to
Yeah.
someone who's also introverted and whose English is not perfect?
If you are introverted, setting is like the best thing you can do. You don't
Yeah,
show up to anyone, you don't speak to anyone, you just text them. And
yeah,
I mean, I'm not using them, but there is like, if you are not native, there is like tons of AI apps nowadays that you can use to correct your grammar and all that. I used it before, but not now. Not in this offer,
yeah.
because yeah,
100%. And I think it's also interesting to note that a lot of people probably don't realize why would a DM setter get paid so much? But for everyone watching this, what you need to realize is the reason Alex made like 5.7K is because he generated for the company. He qualified people, put them onto sales call, and over $100,000 worth of deals closed from your sets, right? The DMs that you were
yeah,
sending. And so you just took a 5% cut, you know, easy, clean, done, 5K. You know, but it's
yeah,
not because you're not getting overpaid or anything. You're literally just generating so much money for the company that it only makes sense to get paid accordingly. You know, and for them to
yeah,
give 5% for someone to manage all of their DMs is like no brainer. You know, they don't need to think twice, you know.
yeah, of course. Actually, I think I generated like 160K revenue and
Damn.
had just above 100K cash collected. So
Insane, insane. Fuck, bro, that's crazy. So this month, if you're at 2K, that must mean you're already on 40K cash collected. If my math is not terrible.
yeah, yeah,
Damn. Wow. So what's the goal? 200K revenue this month?
yeah, of course.
That's crazy, bro.
I,
You're
I
fucking crushing, man.
Yeah, we have a new guy, new closer,
Oh,
and
right.
yeah, he joined like 2 weeks ago. I think we have 8 out of 8 deals closed. I set 8 calls to him. He closed every single one of them.
Insane. Bro, keep setting for
Yeah,
that guy. That's how you're gonna get rich, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, but it comes to show as well. Like I don't particularly, and I say this in the nicest way possible, mainly for other people watching. I don't think you or me or anyone in the community who's making money is smarter, more intelligent than anyone else. It's just it's got so much to do to with which offer you're on, truly.
yeah.
Right? The reason you can really make a lot of money is because how much did the offer make last month? Maybe like 400K, 350 or something?
No.
No?
We almost hit 600K.
No way. Last month?
Yeah, yeah,
Insane, bro. But that again, that's it, right? It's like you're only gonna make a lot of money if your offer is really fucking solid. That's the only way.
yeah,
And you would have never found this offer if it wasn't through network and through someone
yeah,
knowing someone. That's always how you find these big offers, right? Because they're not
yeah,
hiring in the normal way. They're not on Facebook Marketplace. They're not on fucking, WhatsApp group chats or LinkedIn. They're just talking to people. I remember the sales manager came to me and he was like, yeah, bro, I need a setter. Can you connect me to someone good? I need a guy who's a hustler, potentially Eastern European or Portuguese. And I was like, I'll figure it out, leave it with me. And that's always how those roles actually come into play.
yeah.
But yeah, bro.
And that network means a lot. And if people need a seller and they post it, you'll be, as you said, you'll be competing with hundreds of people. So
Yeah.
it's really hard to get a role if you are just like looking at the offers that people post. It's much
Yeah.
easier through network.
100%, bro. So last question before I let you go. What would you say to someone who's on the fence? They've been maybe watching my YouTube, they see the client results on Instagram, but they're like, I'm not sure, it might be fake, it might not be real. What would you say to someone who's in that position?
Take a leap of faith as I did, and it'll pay off 100%.
Easy.
And find someone you can trust.
Find someone trustworthy. How do they know though? How do you know if someone's trustworthy? That's the hard part, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you can't be 100% sure, but there is a lot of bullshit
Yeah, a lot of
online.
bullshit
So
in this space. Well, I hope the fact that
yeah,
I'm interviewing you and showing people exactly how you're doing within the space gives people, a little bit of faith that this isn't a fucking pyramid scheme or a scam or whatever that is. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, bro. Well, I don't know. Do you have anything else to say?
No, just do it.
Just
The
do it.
peop Yeah, just do it.
Just do it. I love that. Cool, bro. Well, thanks a lot for the time today. I really appreciate it. I hope this helps a lot of people who are in a similar position to what you were a few months ago. And maybe, maybe in summer you'll come to the client retreat and we'll do a 10K a month interview again, seeing the entire
Yeah,
kind of like journey between when you started and in like 6 months. So that will be really, really sick, bro.
yeah. Thanks for inviting me and stay in touch as we are.
Yes, bro.
So
Love it.